Hello, everyone. This is Vector Air Step Loss coming at you. Um, just wanted to first and say foremost, anyone who is watching, which hasn't been anybody so far, I'm just kind of speaking out to the air. Thank you for checking us out. We do have more Walrus runs in the work for Nuclear Throne. There may be a possibility of going into Fallout and not so much of the villainous goose as it kind of lost its novelty. But if any of you guys still want to see the villain goose game, which is Untitled Goose Game, please comment below. And just to remind you, if you hadn't done so, please subscribe and hit that bell for the notifications so you can get notifications when we put out new videos. And I know we're trying to still get that schedule worked out, but we're pumping them out as much as we can. It's just a lot of footage to go through, and the editing takes quite a bit since I don't have the fancy software that a lot of other guys may have. All right, so I'm gonna get into the meat and bones on this. Basically, what this is a little bit different, and I'm throwing up some Walrus footage in the background there while I talk about this. So, what's been going on? Well, the other day I went down to a store. It's a store. It's like maybe about 5 miles away from where I'm at. They recently just had some renovations done to the store. Before it was kind of their old layout. A lot of metal shelving, real kind of clustered, not very well, and some it was a mess sometimes, quite a bit. So the company decided that they would renovate the store. They did. During that time, we had some people complaining about how long the renovations were taking. Normal stuff. They got it done, and I went down there and took a look at everything. I mean, the renovations look beautiful. Really bright lights. The environments, they try to clear them up, not trying to make them as clustered. But the main thing that really bothered me about all that is, you know, the mindset of the people, like the consumers, not so much the staff. And I'm not gonna say every staff member is like a golden guy in the book, but you can tell this store had staff that was working and working hard trying to keep this store up, especially after its renovations and something. I mean, the store overall looked gorgeous. I mean, it's nice inside. Well, the problem was is that not so much of the staff, but the actual consumers, the customers, the everyday Joes going in. They had nothing better to do than just go in, talk trash about like the store and how it looks like. But the problem was is that you know as I'm shooting up pictures, and you'll see what I'm saying here, they just didn't give a damn. And it boggles my mind to think, you know, that they would take the time to renovate a store, and usually it's because they see an investment in it. They try to make a better environment. It's mainly to get new customers. It's not BS about all this. They're trying to change their outlook and everything, but at the same time, if they didn't see like there was any return to be made, or the investment was going to work out, then usually they just don't do it. They just like let it go, and if it falters out, it falters out. We'll just close it and put one in a new area that's going to be appreciated. And the area that I'm at is not a bad area, so I mean, I just don't see that. But it just killed me because all the consumers, all the customers that were going in there were complaining about how messy the store was. but yet a lot of these were the same people causing the mess. And I'm like, wait a minute, you can't complain about the mess that you yourselves are causing. You can't complain about that. The staff is over there repairing the areas that you and your children are wrecked, and and they're trying to get all the areas at the same time, and you're sitting here wrecking the place and then complaining about it, which doesn't make any sense to me. um and it to me, it comes down to this mentality is of, you know hey, it's not my problem. It's not my problem, it's your problem, it's not my deal. And these are the same people that, they'll knock something off the shelf, look at it, step over it, keep going like nothing happened, or they'll let their kid run amok, knock things, take shoes out or whatever like that, and not put them back, or just, okay, Johnny, don't do that, and then walk off while leaving the mess that their kid has made just there. Um, and it shows not a lot of respect, not only for the workers, but the other people that are there, but not even themselves. I mean, you would think that, if someone came over to their place and did the exact same thing, they would, be up in arms about it. And so it'd be looked at, but yeah, they don't care. The only time that anyone would care if it becomes their problem, for example, um, you know, like if it affected them directly. Excuse me. So, and what I mean by that, like, let's say, for example, you're looking for like a DVD or something, or like a particular product, and you look online or some other store, and you say, hey, this one store they have one there. They call them and they say, yeah, we were showing one on our inventory, blah blah blah. All right, great. You go over there and they can't find it. Now, a lot of times, what ends up happening, which I've done it in the past, I blame the store and be like, hey, you know what? You guys don't even know your inventory. When in fact, they probably had the counts right, but you had the people running amok in there, and so it's off in a different area. No one can find it, and they're not selling it, you know, uh, that they could, because no one cares, right? So it affects your actions, actually affect everyone else, and it does come back. And that's the thing that I think we need to learn. Respect yourself, respect others, because at the same point, you're not gonna, any self-respecting person is not gonna go over there, pick something up that's all beat up, right? But at the same time, if you're causing the mess and you get nothing but beat up stuff, you're like, well, everything's beat up. Well, yeah, because you're the one who caused it, and it becomes like a snowball. So it's no one else's problem, right? So like they see the whole thing, and yeah, well, it's a mess. So why should I care about it? And the cycle just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So what I propose is, and this is kind of funny, but what I propose is if you knock something down, pick it up, put it back on the shelf. If you don't need something, put it back where you got it from. If by any chance that you are out of time, you don't have time to go all the way to the back, you bring it up to the checkout or whatever, hand it to the staff member, hand it to someone who actually works there, and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm out of time, I just need to get out of here, but I don't want to put it just randomly. Can you help me just put this back? More than likely, they'll help you out. They'll bring someone up in the front, they'll pick it up and go to the back where they found it, or they'll put it in a cart or whatever they do. They got their own processes to do that. But do it so that, if the next person wants it, or let's say if you wanted that product and someone else said that, you can actually get it, or that other person can get it. But it does two things too. You don't have a store that looks like a dumpster fire and you're trying to dig through it to find what you need. And secondly, the environment's a lot more better. It's cleaner. You know, you can it it shows that the community actually cares about the environments that they are in. And what gets me about this area, like I said, it's not a bad area, but it shows that the community doesn't care. And I like to think differently of it because, I mean, you look around the houses around here and everyone's keeping their yards all nice and neat, nice and tidy. Everything's nice and clean, but you know, they go out in public, they just act like monsters. So, you know, show that, you know, it affects everyone else and show that, like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna keep my area clean. You know, you can't hold everyone else responsible for that. I get that you can't control everyone else's actions, but at the same time, if enough of us care about it, then you'll find yourself in the same like mind, and everyone's trying to help each other and help the community and be in an environment where you know it's nice and clean and you can go in and find your things and stuff like that. And not only that, but then you find that hey, businesses want to open up there because they know that the community will help them out as long as they don't, you know, do anything stupid like the company does anything stupid to really shaft over the community or anything. But I mean, you know, you get jobs and it keeps going. And don't get me wrong, I understand that certain staff too will not help the situation and you know them not caring. That's a whole different video. I got something for that. It's been a long time coming, but from this standpoint, it definitely was on the community side, and I'm just like, we gotta stop that mentality. Show some class. Show that you actually care about your area. Show you know if you take responsibility for your own actions. Um, it should go without saying, but apparently it's happening more and more stores are getting that way, and it's because people just don't care, but they still want to complain about it even though they're the ones causing the issues. They're causing the mess, and I just don't understand it. It boggles my mind. And I think if we all work and think the same, you know, it's the staff members have a hard enough job. They really do. Um, you know, it's they don't get paid a lot of whatever, but at the same time, if you really want that help and stuff like that, show some respect. I'm not saying that you know you have to salute them or anything, but I mean just you know like respect yourself and like put everything back up. Respect your surroundings, your communities, and the people that work there, because then they can instead of actually trying to hustle and put everything up, they can actually help you try to find the product or the thing that you're looking for, and they can locate it with ease instead of digging through a dumpster. You know, they're going to be in the same situation you are when you're trying to find it, just digging through stuff. So that's pretty much it. That's all I want to say. I'm closing this out. But treat each other with respect and compassion, and I think we can all get through this. And again, thank you for watching the channel. Make sure you hit the like button, and subscribe, and hit that bell to get that notifications. All right, we'll be posting more footage soon. See you then.